Alright, hey guys, Jen at BundutecUSA. Today I'm super excited to do a walkthrough on this camper for you. This is a custom build with some people that I met last spring at a horse show here in Iowa, in Des Moines. They're actually from Nebraska, but they drove all the way to Des Moines to come and see me at the show because I had a unit, which is the Sable, that they wanted to look at. So this is what this model is here. The couple that we built this for, great people. They're big into backpacking, so while they wanted the ease and the convenience of upgrading to a truck camper, they also wanted to keep it very minimalist. So we did a couple really awesome things for them on this unit to kind of meet their needs, and I'm way excited to share it with you. So on the outside of this unit, on the driver's side here, they opted on the inside to go with the Truma water heater furnace combo as well. So this is, again, your intake and exhaust for that. This is access to the Truma for the low point drain and winterizing and those types of things here. They did not opt for an outside shower, so they wanted us to do kind of a quick winterization option for them, so they didn't have to worry about in the cold if they wanted to go out or had to be back right away for work or something. So rather than putting the outside shower, we put just a standard gravity water fill and city water fill outlet for them on this unit here. They also decreased their water tank in this, so rather than the 20-gallon standard tank that it gets, this actually only has a 10-gallon water tank on it. So rather than deleting it completely, they just kept it small so that if they did want to use it, they could, but it wasn't something that was taking up a lot of space as far as storage, not only in weight, but also the size of the 20-gallon tank also. They also have electric jacks on this unit as well from Happy Jack, wireless remote operated, which is another great feature in case they need to unload and offload on a regular basis for it. 30 amps shore power, again, standard on all of our units, and then the LED patio light. There's one on each side, and there's a light at the rear as well, and then they opted for the insulated window upgrade also. Not a lot of stuff on this unit on the back. Like I said, they wanted to keep it very minimalist, so there's nothing else mounted as far as outside storage, as far as roto packs or boxes or any of that for them on this particular unit. Side of the unit here, they do have a Bundutec half-wing awning though, which is the 90-degree self-supported awning, so it goes 8 foot down the side, projects 7 foot out, and then comes around 7 foot on the back. So everybody loves this awning on a pop top. It's fantastic. Rory and I love it as well. My personal unit that I use when I do go camping has a 3-sided awning on it from Bundutec as well, and we absolutely love it. So not a whole lot on the outside of the unit. It still does have the standard 20-pound upright bottle, which is on the driver's side or the passenger side, excuse me, up front as well, keeping all of that weight again forward on the unit as we can. But not a lot on the outside, so very minimalist, which we tailored to almost everyone's needs. So a lot of the custom features we did were on the outside, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so as you know, the Sable has a full-length kitchen normally here on the driver's side of the unit, and the fridge is usually located up front. We do normally an upright fridge or the optional pull-out, but with what they wanted to do with their setup and how they wanted to use it, they actually requested us to shrink the kitchen and actually move a pull-out fridge to the back. So we did that here, as I said, super custom for them. So you've got a Norcold NRF 60 here at the back, so you've got a large pull-out chest fridge for them. It locks, it's on a locking slide, so lift the button and this pulls up, it locks into place, and you can open, use the fridge. It's got a basket in it which you can remove if you want to, and then you can actually remove the whole thing and take it with you if you want to, if you're not using the truck camper. But we have really been impressed with the Norcold. We also like that this opens just like a cooler versus the long ways, so it's easier for us to use inside the cabinet. So putting it away, simply just lift the levers, push it in, and it'll lock into place. That way it's not going to rattle out as they're traveling down the road. Another thing that they wanted was a vanity, so we actually adjusted this fridge cabinet so this lifts up here. Actually gives you additional vanity style storage on top of the fridge itself, giving use of that space rather than just having an open countertop. So that's probably the largest custom feature that we did with them, and it was great to work with them, kind of get their ideas. Because of that, it shrunk the rest of their kitchen. So rather than have a glass top sink and stove, kind of had to do a combination of both, so they opted for the glass top sink and then the standard drop-in 2-burner stove that we use from Suburban. So another great stove. They do make covers for this if you wanted a flat surface, but they do a lot of stuff on the outside as well, so they weren't too big on having to have a glass top for counter space because of the additional over the fridge itself. And again, next to that they have the glass top sink with all the goodies on the inside as well. They've got insulated windows on this unit. They also have a 170 watt solar panel on the roof, which gives them the Zamp solar control below their Truma. And then, as I mentioned in previous videos, we do have a voltmeter on their kitchen face, as well as with the Zamp solar controller as well. Lift system mechanism, drawers, and storage underneath in the kitchen itself as well. So rather than have the full-length kitchen with all the storage, we moved a lot of that storage to the front wall. So now they've got 2 large storage doors up here, and then a few smaller ones below that also give them access to see their water tank and their power center for their electric jacks and all of that as well. All right, so all of our units, as you know, north and south cab over. So again, this one is no different. So north-south cab over, cup holder on each end at the head of the bed, as well as a USB charging station on each side as well. Again, under bed storage. This unit also has the bunk ladder. So for those of you that don't want to use the dinette to get into the cab over, this is the bunk ladder that we offer. So it hooks to the front wall of the unit itself. And then with the bed closed, you've got 3 steps that kind of help you get into the cab over a little bit easier. And it does nicely store underneath the bed for travel as well, which is extremely nice. Another feature in this, as you can see as I'm doing the video, is the shiny material reflecting back at me. This is our insulated Arctic pack. So it's 4 individual panels. Each wall has its own panel. It is reflective to bring the heat back in at you. Attaches with Velcro at the top and then screw snaps at the bottom. We give you more screw snaps at the bottom than what you actually need. We actually install them at about every other one to give you some of that airdrop flow to help limit some of the condensation that happens when you're in cold weather climates. But this is a very flexible material. You can leave it installed as you raise and lower the roof. It's not going to affect how the max air brings the tent in, so you don't have to worry about taking it down every time if you are camping in continuous cold locations as well. So on the dinette side of things for them, they opted for the upgraded Lagoon style table. So we did put the swivel table mount in for them so they can actually use the table a little bit more functionally in different positions and configurations depending on what they're doing, sitting and cooking and that type of stuff. And then she actually requested to have a cheater step, as we call it, to kind of help in the dinette so that your feet don't dangle if they don't touch the ground. So down below here we've just got a cheater step that does open up and give you storage underneath that as well. So a nice little hidden storage compartment, but then also helps some of our vertically challenged people, as you will when they're sitting at the dinette, that they don't want to feel like a toddler when their feet dangle. So underneath the dinette as well in the back, we do have storage for the porta potty. We actually have a curve from Thetford in there for them as well. That way they still have a toilet as they travel without necessarily having one actually built in that they have to work around in the unit itself. So that's this unit in particular. Like I said, it's a Sable. Way excited to work with these people on building this unit for them and meeting some of their custom needs. So if there's something on a unit that you want modified or changed, or something you have a question about, don't be afraid when you call us to inquire on the units to ask. We're always willing to listen and see if we can help customize to kind of fit more of your camping needs versus what a standard build is. So again, all the information is always on our website, BundutecUSA.com. You can also call us in the shop. Myself and the rest of the staff are always willing to answer all the questions. We want to make sure you have an informed decision so that you're buying a truck camper you can use for years and that you're happy with for years to come as well.